White seats, right? Pretty dope.
Okay, let's be real here. It's no surprise that I absolutely love Tesla, especially the Tesla Model S. However, I am so terrified because I jumped straight from a gas-powered engine to all electric. I didn't even do the, hybrid between jump to get used to charging a vehicle and driving an electric vehicle. And this vehicle is the 2017 Tesla Model S 75, white on white, and it is a gorgeous vehicle. Here's the totally interesting part. This design is from 2012. These are the other cars that were in 2012. If that same design of the other cars were in 2023, talk about outdated nation. But for some reason, the Model S has this timeless design that doesn't necessarily age. And that's what Elon had in mind. He just wanted a vehicle that looked great for a long time, and you would get upgrades over the air via Wi-Fi. Now, getting a Model S was a no-brainer for me because that's where the future is really, truly headed. Many of you that follow my channel know that I've been a Tesla fan for a while now. I purchased my first Tesla stock back in 2014. And I truly believe that Tesla right now is like Apple back in the 90s. And if I'm going to give you any advice, just buy Tesla stock, trust me. This is the actual key fob right here. It looks like a Model S itself. It has 3 buttons on it. But the best part is, obviously, when you walk up to the vehicle, they auto-present the door handles. Those door handles are definitely scary because, man, if they break, they're not cheap. And they do fail often. At any rate, I had to purchase the white interior seats because that is the head turner in this vehicle. The glass roof shines plenty of light into the vehicle, and it just feels so airy and bright when you're driving without all the heat. And when I tell you I've driven this vehicle for a couple of weeks now, and I've already gotten about 6 compliments from either charging my vehicle at my local Whole Foods to a random stranger with a diesel GMC Denali truck complimenting me on it and asking me about it. Nevertheless, it is a gorgeous interior. The white is truly something that I've never had before, and it makes it look so luxury when you're driving it. But here's the funny part. With all that goodness that I've just said, here are 4 reasons and a bonus 5th reason as to why I would not recommend purchasing a Tesla.
So let's start with number 1. It is an electric vehicle, a full-on electric vehicle, not even a hybrid. I went from an internal combustion engine, jumped the hybrid phase, and went straight to electric. And let me just explain to you that it is a totally different lifestyle. You guys that have followed my channel for a long time know how much I love Tesla, and I've put a ton of research into this vehicle. Even with that being said, there was still an adjustment curve when I actually purchased this vehicle and then started driving this vehicle. In an internal combustion engine, my Genesis, they call it ICE cars. You don't necessarily think about how your vehicle gets energy because you just go to the gas station. There's gas stations everywhere. But let me just explain to you with this vehicle right here. Like I said, I was not prepared for the shock, no pun intended, of how actually this vehicle gets its energy, aka in a form of electricity. Yes, I totally agree that not going to a gas station is a great feeling. Plugging your vehicle at home is such an amazing feeling, but then you get a new type of feeling with any electric vehicle, and that's called range anxiety. I haven't had this vehicle for so long, but trust me guys, number 1, and you have to be ready for that entirely different lifestyle change. Whether it's you commuting to work or you're commuting on a road trip, everything changes. Now you're focused on a variable that you necessarily didn't have to focus before. In this case, charging your vehicle.
And now we get to number 2. A lot of people talk about how there's no maintenance on a Tesla. There's no oil change. You don't have to take it to a dealership every 6 months or every 2 months or whatever. And there's some truth to that. I mean, there's no engine IP there. The only real maintenance is that you have to fill up this windshield washer fluid whenever it gets low. And trust me, that is so appealing because I absolutely loathe going to the dealership to get an oil change. And so that's great. But on a Model S, something that people don't realize is that the true maintenance you will be doing way more often is the tire maintenance. Everyone knows that a Tesla has instant torque. Well, that instant torque comes with a hefty price. Let me just tell you right now that you will be eating through your tires like crazy. No matter how you drive, due to that instant torque and that instant power straight to the wheels that converts all that potential energy into kinetic energy into your rubber, just destroys these tires easily, quickly, and you will definitely be spending a pretty penny purchasing new tires way more often than you would have been purchasing with a gas-powered engine. Seriously, I'm not even kidding you. I can feel the tires getting chewed up when I drive this vehicle because of how incredibly fast this vehicle is. And that instant torque is addicting. So you're going to do it more than once, trust me. If you actually purchase this vehicle and you own this vehicle, you will be flooring it more often than you think, even though you know that your tires are getting chewed up and you'll be needing to replace them way sooner. At this rate, I'm not even kidding you, my tire maintenance is definitely going to be minimum double than what it was in the Genesis. So that's number 2. Yes, you don't have an oil change, but the tire maintenance will definitely add up over time. And that brings us to reason number 3. Now this really pertains if you're going to get the white seats, and trust me, you really want to get the white seats. Resale value on the white seats are way more, but here's the deal, guys. White seats are incredibly scary. As you can see, I was touching the tire and you can see my finger, it's a little bit dirty right there. And I kid you not, I am so scared to touch anything in the vehicle because a lot of people talk about how these white seats are easy to take care of. Well, guess what? While I was recording this video, I just saw this stain right here. I'm like, what is going on? I've never seen that stain before and it was definitely hard to take off. After this video, I had to go to take it to an actual detailing shop and they were able to get the stain out, but still, these seats are not easy to take care of like a lot of people say they are. These seats are like having a high maintenance hot girlfriend. The looks are absolutely amazing, but is the maintenance cost actually worth it? And if you have kids or something with this vehicle, there is no way, I can't imagine having white seats with kids in the back. But then again, it's the price you pay for having some of the best looking seats in the market. I've had this vehicle for only a couple weeks and I've had people in my seats and it's compliment nation. Because most people have never sit in these white seats like this. But I'll tell you right now, they come with a price. And that's why that is reason number 3. White seats are not easy to take care of, even though people always say they're so easy to take care of. But I still wouldn't change the color because I absolutely love these white seats.
And now we're down to number 4, and that is the cost of owning a Tesla versus if I purchase something else for the same amount of money. Now, this is a pre-owned one-owner Tesla, so I didn't pay for the huge depreciation curve that, comes with owning a brand new vehicle. However, I still paid a pretty good penny for a vehicle that is from 2017. This is a 6-year-old vehicle, and I think for white on white seats, I got it for a fairly decent price. 2017 Model S 75 for $36,000 out the door. Now, if I paid $36,000 for another vehicle, I could have gotten something way nicer. Definitely a really nice S-Class, BMW 7 Series, or even a 2-door vehicle if I really wanted to. And that's the thing about owning a Tesla, is that you're really paying a premium for the fact that it is an electric vehicle, because let's face it, besides the seats being white and looking super cool and tons of compliments, it's still an extremely basic vehicle. But if an all-electric vehicle is what you're looking for, specifically the Tesla, not any other vehicle, then get ready to pay for that price and then contemplate with yourself about what you could have also purchased with that same price. And last but not least, number 5, the bonus. I have a piece of wood right here because of what I'm about to say, but I've never received a ticket in my entire life of driving. Knock on wood. There we go. However, I'll tell you right now, this vehicle is extremely fast. I have the 75, not even the 75D. I have just the 75. And I'm telling you right now, there's no comparison as to how fast this vehicle actually is, okay? First of all, it's an electric vehicle, so you've heard it before. Instant torque. That instant torque is truly unbelievable until you're actually doing city driving, highway driving, on the freeways and stuff like that. When you purchase the vehicle and you're actually just driving a normal road, you don't really understand it until you start noticing that you're going X amount of miles per hour over the speed limit. Just to give you an example, the speed limit might be 70 miles per hour. However, you could be going 95 miles per hour and you don't even feel it. You just start thinking, why is everyone else going so slow? And you look down and you see that you're overspeeding like crazy. This car is so fast, but that's not the only factor that makes it scary. It's also super quiet. Okay, fast and also quiet doesn't make sense if you come from an internal combustion engine, aka in my case the Genesis. If I'm flooring it in a Genesis, you're gonna hear the engine. If you're flooring it on a V8, you're going to hear the engine. If you're going fast, you can feel the vibration, feel the engine. In this vehicle, it is totally the opposite and it's so bizarre. I don't know how to explain it to you unless you actually own this type of vehicle. So number 5 on a reason why I would not purchase this vehicle is because you will get a ticket if you're not careful. Seriously. Never received a ticket, but you know, just saying, man, I will not be surprised. Okay, I'm done saying everything. Okay, so now that all that has been said, and we have 5 reasons as to why I would not recommend you purchasing this vehicle, would I make my, decision differently now that I know these 5 things? And the answer is surprisingly, no, I would not. And here's why. I strongly believe in good energy, and anything that you actually do, you have to make sure that good energy is attracted to you. And I'm telling you right now, for the first time ever, this vehicle truly has some insanely good energy. I would not trade this for a S-Class. I wouldn't trade it for a 7 Series. I wouldn't trade it for a Porsche because of how amazing this vehicle actually makes you feel when you're driving it. It just makes you feel so elegant, it relaxes you, and it makes you feel so clean. And I'm not even talking about the clean energy, renewable energy, and all that stuff. Sure, yes, it is an electric vehicle, so it's less pollution in the air and all that, but I'm not talking about that. It just makes you feel so much better in this vehicle. When I'm driving it, when I'm driving it fast, when I'm driving it slow, and all the other features it has that I have not even touched, including the crazy autopilot feature. But we should save that for another video. That's been it for this video. Catch you in the next video. Can you just share saying thanks for watching and peace.